Imagine losing everything. Not just your wallet, not just your phone, but the very soul of who you are. The pride, the honor, the legacy of a 1,000-year empire. That's what happened to Rome in the Teutoburg Forest. 3 legions, 20,000 men, vanished into the woods, and with them, their sacred eagles. Those golden birds weren't just flags. They were the gods of the army, the heart of Rome. For 6 long years they were gone, a wound that wouldn't heal. And then, a young man, a legend in the making, decided to get them back. His name was Germanicus, and he was about to unleash hell. This wasn't a conquest, this was a vendetta. After the disaster, the legions on the Rhine were a mess. They were on the brink of mutiny, angry and unpaid. Germanicus knew he couldn't just talk to them. He had to show them. So he led them on a brutal, punishing raid. The target? The Marsi tribe. Why them? Because they were celebrating, drunk on victory and hubris, and Germanicus was about to remind them what a Roman hangover felt like. He attacked in the dead of night, a storm of iron and fire. But the true prize was still out there. In 15 AD, Germanicus leads his army into the deepest, darkest parts of Germania, not just for a fight, but for a pilgrimage. They are on a sacred mission to find their fallen brothers, and then they find it. The forest where the massacre happened. The air is heavy with history. As Germanicus's men walk through the trees, they see it. The scattered bones, the shattered shields, the gruesome remains of their comrades nailed to trees. It's not just a battlefield, it's a graveyard. And in this moment, a military campaign turns into a funeral procession. Germanicus himself, with tears in his eyes, leads his men in burying the dead. He lays the first sod, showing them that their commander feels their pain. This wasn't just an act of honor, it was a way to ignite an unquenchable fire in every soldier's heart. And that fire led to 2 of the most brutal battles in Roman history. First, at Viso, Arminius, the very man who masterminded the ambush, finally faces Germanicus in an open field. And this time, it's not an ambush. This time it's a Roman army, on their terms, on a mission of pure, unfiltered vengeance. The battle is a slaughter. Arminius and his men are crushed. The Romans don't just win, they obliterate. And as a final glorious act of defiance, they find a lost eagle. 1 down, 2 to go. But Germanicus doesn't stop. He hunts Arminius down a second time at the Angravarian wall, and again, victory. The second eagle is recovered. The revenge is complete. He had done it. He had avenged the fallen. He had restored Roman honor, so he returned to Rome a hero. He was a rock star. The people loved him. He was a legend. But here's the twist. The emperor, Tiberius, saw something else. He saw a man who was too popular, too successful, and a war that was too expensive. He ordered Germanicus to stop, to come home. The Rhine would be the final border. The revenge was over. The story was over. And so, a single political decision changed history forever. Germanicus's bloody revenge, while a total military success, was ultimately a strategic failure. The Romans never fully conquered Germania, the German tribes remained free, and the Rhine became a permanent border. A border that would shape the future of a continent. So, the next time you think about history, remember this. The greatest battles aren't always won on the field. Sometimes they're won in the quiet halls of power, where a single decision can echo for 1,000 years. And sometimes, even a bloody revenge, as successful as it may be, is not enough to change the world.